Hello everyone, this is Raja. So after a long time, right? I just thought that okay, let me record this short video and share it through my blog, which is not that professional, which is not that developed. Forget about the monetization. I'm still working on my blog, okay? And more than that, I just find this platform as something like where sometime I put some content just to express myself well. And this time I just thought that okay, instead of writing, let me see if I can record some video and share it through this blog or not. So it has been a couple of years now that I created this blog, and recently I renamed this blog as Telling the Hat Tale. I will explain you why I did that. This is completely based on the kind of research that I want to do, and I have already started, you can say. And the very purpose of the recording this video and sharing with you people is to communicating my research with you people. And I must say that my work is in progress. I've already started my research. So most of the time, with most of the researchers, with the kind of research that they do, they fail to connect with the audience. And so I just thought, let me begin with sharing my research with you people, right? Even though it is in progress, but at least I can share what drew me, or what actually drew my attention towards this particular issue that I'm working into. So as you can see that now, we are no more living in a digital age, I will say. We are actually living in a post-digital age. So we have always been telling that this is an age of digitalization, so how long we will be telling that, right? So it's already over now. We are bearing the consequence of the digital age now. That is why I'm telling that this is a post-digitalization age. And in this age, we are facing several consequences of the kind of digitalization has created, uh, on before us, or say on several platforms, as you can see. So when we say about post-digitalization, it's not only about the kind of impact that the digitalization has done upon the people, but the kind of influence that it has created upon the non-digital platforms too. So for example, say even when you look at the traditional settings of the media, like the television, radio, newspaper, even if they are not that much in numbers now, but they also have got influenced by the digitalization. So I'm very much interested in looking at the kind of consequences that we are bearing now, in this post-digital age due to the digitalization. So particularly I'm looking at, as you already have known this, that uh, these days the rise of hate speech has attracted a very serious concern among the people. And how in different fields, I have always been interested in looking at the digital contents, but it's no more about the digital contents now. It's more about the impact of all these digital contents over the non-digital platforms too, or over the non-digital audiences too, right? For example, say when you switch on your television, what kind of content being circulated through through media, or through entertainment, or through when your children is watching cartoon, what kind of language is being used in that script, in that lyrics, even in the song you can look at there, right? So this hate speech has become a global phenomenon today, right? But I am very much interested in looking at how this hate speech has increasingly, it has increasingly created discrimination among the people, how it is dividing the society nowadays. Okay, so it has always been, when it's not new thing. Hate speech is not a new thing. It is very much, it has a very thin line of difference from the free speech. So sometime I will talk about that, but today I'll just like you people to know that uh, I'm looking at this hate speech thing, and specifically, how different political leaders are communicating these days, and how they have been, using hate speech as a has as their political, rhetoric in their speeches, and how that has influenced the public, how that has created, or you can say divided the society more in terms of, or on the basis of religion, on the basis of race, on the basis of color, sex. So I'm very much interested in looking at that aspect of the hate speech. So if you try to draw a larger picture across the world of this hate speech, and if you want to look at the recent data, research data that has uh, been done by several organizations, you will find that these days the period has been divided into two ages. So one is the pro or say pre Elon Musk era, and another one is the post Elon Musk era. So before, before Elon Musk took over the Twitter, so even then I'm not saying that hate speech was not there. So every day on an average more than 1200 messages that showed, you know that showed messages which spoke against the race, which spoke against the color. So there were more than 2500 messages on an average on a single day that showed up against the color, against the LGBTQ communities, right? And more than 60% of the messages on an average that showed up against the you can say anti-Semitism post in the context of the Western countries, if you can look at there. And after Musk took over the Twitter, that numbers, it just got increased, double, triple, you can say. So from more than 1200 messages on an average showing anti-racial messages, it has got risen to more than 3000, nearly 4000 messages on average, according to one research data by Center of Countering Digital Hate Speech. Similarly, if you look at the same aspect in the context of this country, our country, India, you'll find that even here, since 2014, because that's the very huge mandate this new government it came up with. And what happened after that, if you look at that, from 2014 to 18, according to one survey being taken by a media, NDTV, during that period. So the hate speech from the political leaders, it grew up to 410 times. Can you believe that? And more than that, during that period of time, from only 12 instances of hate speech from the political leaders, it got increased to 150 instances of hate speech during 2014 to 18 from the political leaders. So this is the kind of situation, and this is the kind of status of hate speech being circulated today. So this is why it makes me pretty serious over this issue, and I hope that I'll look at some more aspect into it, and I will take out some time to communicate what I am doing more into it, right? Till then, thank you so much.